Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Anya. I do a lot of makeup related videos. I do some New York videos when I'm there. The last New York video I did, I was actually apartment hunting, and I will leave that up here if you would like to check that out. I want to say a big thank you before I start to everyone that wished my family well during Hurricane Irma. We were without power and electricity for almost a week, but thankfully we were able to find a hotel to just kind of get away while there was no electricity or no water at my house. We got back last night. Everything is fine at our house. There was a lot of branches and trees that fell, but nothing serious. Our house is still intact. Nothing hit our house, thank God. I was very concerned because we evacuated on Sunday. Right after we evacuated, on our way to my brother-in-law's house, we heard an advisory warning for a tornado that was supposed to hit our area. I'm not sure if that ever hit. I have no idea, but it didn't hit our house and I haven't heard anything else about it. So I'm fine. My family's fine in Puerto Rico. Unfortunately, Mother Nature has more in store for us. It looks like Hurricane Maria might be hitting Puerto Rico, and we do have family down there. So I just ask that you guys continue to pray for all of those affected by natural disasters because they suck. They're super scary. I hate them. Mother Nature, if you're listening, take a break, take a vacation, just relax. Just relax. So I'm going to be praying and hopefully everything works out. Before I get into the video, I do have a giveaway coming up. If you have not seen that video, I will link it down below. You do need to sign up for the giveaway in the link that is in the description box of that video. There's a lot of cool stuff, so if you haven't checked out that giveaway, I highly recommend it. I think that's it for like preliminary stuff. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and let's get into the video. So I went today to Sephora and I went and got some samples for Fenty Beauty. Fenty Beauty First Impressions. I didn't get the whole line. I just got some samples of the foundation and of the primer, so I will be testing that out today. I did get 2 shades of the foundation. I didn't want to get a whole bottle of the foundation because, to be quite honest with you, I don't want to waste it. And I don't like matte foundation. I have very dry skin, and this is supposed to be a soft matte foundation that is good for dry skin, so I don't know how that equates. But typically when I wear a mattifying foundation, it tends to just settle and crinkle and it's just not cute. So what I decided I'm going to do is half my face with the primer, half of it without. And I'm going to start with the brush because from the reviews I've seen, it's better with the brush. If I don't like it, I do have my favorite tried and true L'Oreal sponge. I love Sephora for doing these sample sizes, honestly. For things like foundation, I think it's smart of them to do it. That way people can buy it and not waste product. I, for one, hate returning stuff. I feel so uncomfortable when I have to return something that I don't like. So for me, it just makes sense to get a little sample size and see if I like it before I make the purchase. I think all stores should do that just so you're saving product. It's so wasteful to buy something, not like it, and then return it. You know what I mean? So my skin is clean. I washed and moisturized it. And I'm going to go in with the Fenty Primer. This retails for $32 US, and I'll put the picture or something up here. It's a really pretty glass bottle with like a frosted glass. It's so pretty. The packaging on this line across the board is phenomenal. So this is the Pro Filt'r Instant Retouch Primer, a shine-stopping, pore-diffusing primer that smooths the way for better foundation application and long wear with an instant retouch effect. It doesn't say what skin type the primer works for the best, and I have heard that this has sort of a smell to it. Kind of smells like sunscreen. It's like a pinky color, and the texture seems to be almost lotiony. So I'm going to do my right side with the primer and then this side with no primers. It is a little bit tacky on the skin. I don't know if it's pore diffusing like it says. I can still see my pores on both sides. I'm going to let that set in for a little bit, and I'm going to do my eyes because I usually do my eyes before foundation. And I'm going to be using the Subculture Palette today. And if you watch my review on this, it's not my favorite. I don't really like it that much. I find it almost too pigmented to blend out. I'm going to give it another run because I bought it. I still have it. Now it's time for the Fenty Beauty foundation. I got 190 and 170, and let me go ahead and insert swatches of both of them. So if you watch that Taylor, she usually shows you swatches of how different foundations compare to the ones that she already has, and I like that idea, so I'm going to show you here. It's Fenty Beauty in 190. This is Fenty Beauty in 170. This is the Lala Fox Second Skin Foundation in Petal Beige. This is the e.l.f. Flawless Finish Foundation in Sand. And this is my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow Foundation in 203 Nude Beige. Lala Fox Petal Beige is probably one of the closest to my actual skin color. Even these two look okay. They're a little yellow, which is fine because I do have like a more yellow neutral undertone. They do look like they're oxidizing a little bit, although they said that it dries down to its truest color. But I think 170 is going to be the best color match for me. But that's it so far. I'm going to leave these on my arm for a little bit just to see how much they oxidize. I think 170 is going to be a better match than 190. 190 might work, but it is drying down a little more yellow. I'm going to go in with the non-primer side first and then go into the prime side. Since this is matte, I'm going to try to work pretty quickly. It's already pretty much dried down, but it doesn't dry down so fast that you don't have time to work with it. I have a lot of freckles, so you can see a lot of my freckles, and I do have super dry skin, and this doesn't feel super drying as of yet. It feels pretty comfortable. Let me go ahead and try the prime side and see if there's a difference. I am going to try applying it with my sponge up here just to see. And I think 170 is a good shade match for me. That is what it's looking like with the primer, and I don't know what is going on with my nose area. The corner of my nose looks weird, and I never really have an issue with the corner of my nose. Like, this side is fine. It's just right here that's a little, I don't know. And I don't like it applied with the sponge at all. It looked like it was just sitting on my skin instead of getting in my skin or, like, you know, melting with my skin. So I definitely think a brush is the way to go with this foundation. This foundation has medium coverage. I'm okay with medium coverage. I am going to try to build it up a little bit on my cheeks where I have some of my redness. My face is itching right now. All right, so I'm going to apply more to my cheeks right here to see if I can get some extra coverage because it does say it's buildable, so we will see. So that is what the foundation is looking like right now. I don't really like the way it's looking on my skin right here in this region. It's sort of sitting weird on my skin. Like right here. I'm not really a fan of it. And you can see all the pores in my nose, which almost never happens. It's not looking that great on my nose area. Like my forehead looks okay, my cheeks look okay, but my nose is not looking the best. Where I have the most pores, it's not looking that great. Let me show you really quick the swatches on my arm because I feel like they've oxidized quite a bit or dried down to their truest color, as they like to say. However you want to say it. Oxidization, drying down to its truest color. It gets darker. So it is quite a bit darker. I'll go ahead and insert the swatch comparison up here for you guys so you can see it has dried down darker than it was when I originally swatched it. But in fairness, so did this one. So I'm going to put concealer and do my brows, and I will be right back. As far as the concealer goes, on top of it, it came out really nice. I didn't add any extra coverage to my face. I literally just added it right here because I want to see how the foundation actually performs. Now I'm going to go in with my Dulce de Leche from Wet n Wild contour palette. The contour went on nice. I'm going to go ahead and apply my butter bronzer. And for blush, I'm going to use the Wet n Wild Color Icon Blush in Mellow Wine. So that is my face done. I haven't applied a setting spray on it yet because I want to see how it actually looks. And I don't know that I really necessarily need a setting spray. In the camera, it looks amazing. The only issues I'm having is right around my nose, like right here. It like didn't go into my pores. It's sort of just like skipped over my pores. My pores look dark on my nose instead of being like the same color as my skin. They look too dark. But other than that, it actually looks nice. It's my fine lines on my forehead, just a little bit like right there where I have some. But it's not a totally drying formula. You can still see my skin, you can still see my freckles. Even where I applied 2 layers, you can still see some of my redness and some of my freckles. So I wouldn't call this buildable to full coverage. I would say this is like a high medium coverage. I don't see a big difference between the side that has the primer and the side that doesn't. But as of right now, I don't really see a difference with my pore size on the side that has a primer compared to the side that doesn't. In fact, I think it looks better on the side that doesn't have the primer. So far, so good. I am going to be wearing this throughout the day. It is 1 o'clock in the afternoon. I live in a very humid state. You'll see how it holds up actually to humidity. I'm gonna go through my day. I'm going to go pick up my son and do some errands. I will come back at the end of the night to show you my face. So it is now about 8 o'clock, so I'm not really a fan of it. When you get up close, like, it's like breaking apart all down here. There's just like lines down my mouth and cracking down my face. All through here. It just doesn't look great. Around my nose area as well, it's just like breaking down. It still feels very comfortable on the face, but it is dry. Like, I was a little hesitant for this foundation because it did say that it was suitable for all skin types. So when it says that, I don't know how that can be true. Like, how can something be good for matte, oily combination? For me, it doesn't make sense in my brain, and it doesn't work. Like, for dry skin, I don't think that this works. I think if you have normal skin, you'll like it. If you have oily skin, I don't know, because it did break down on my chin, like right here, and it is starting to get like a tackier feel to it now that it's been on for 7 hours. If you like matte foundations, I think you'll like it, and it looks good as soon as you apply it. Like, for the first, I would say 2 hours, it looked pretty good, and then it just started to break down. There's like little lines all over my face, and it sort of just like settled into any fine lines that I had. For me, it's not gonna work. I'm glad I only got a sample and I didn't spend my money on it. I think the shade is nice. The shade I used was 170. I think it's light with pink undertones. And I wouldn't say that this has pink undertones. I would say that this has more of a yellow undertone. It did oxidize on my face, but it's still a good color match for me. So the color is nice. It is the formula that I'm not crazy about. So I think if you have dry skin and maybe like no pores, no wrinkles, this would be beautiful on you, because it doesn't feel too drying. And I will also say that I don't notice a difference between the primed side and the unprimed side. I think they both look the same. I think they both wore the same. I don't think that the primer is necessarily a must because it really didn't extend the wear. Like this. Maybe you can see it better. It just broke apart, and it's sitting weird on my actual pores. Maybe I'll try this again with a pore filling primer. This being $34. I don't know. I think if you have really perfect skin, this will make you look airbrushed. I want to try it again and see if I like it better next time. By the time I upload this, I should have already used it at least one more time. And try it with my primer that I love from Hard Candy, the 12-hour primer, and see if that helps to sort of make it last longer. That's it for this review. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out my giveaway video, because the giveaway ends on Friday the 22nd, which is this Friday. So make sure you complete all the steps if you want to get 3 entries into the giveaway. Leave me a comment down below if you plan on buying any products from Fenty Beauty, or if you've tried out any products, and I want your opinions. I want to see what you guys think of the product. Check the description box down below for my updates. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. It retails for $40. Oxidation. Well, it kind of is, but you know. Video I at. Did our Aereo at